It's Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News at 4. Saturday was snowy and slow on I-70, but the rest of the weekend made up for it. Nearly 121,000 cars in 3 days at the tunnels. That is slower than last weekend's holiday highs by 10%, busier than the same time last year by 28%. Ski patrollers at Arapahoe Basin have approved a labor union. Here's A-Basin patroller and union rep Ben Sutter.
I honestly didn't really know what to expect going into the final days, so I was very excited with the outcome.
That split was 30 patrollers for a union, 22 against. Results are certified this Friday. The margin was slim, but not as slim as Breck. Their union was approved by just one vote back in 2021. At Keystone, the Ski Patrol Union tells Krystal 93 contract negotiations have stalled. The company is reviewing wages. Patrollers there want the same as Park City, at least $2 more across the board. A recent poll of union members at Keystone shows they would support a labor strike. Back in Summit County Court this week is David Lesh, the Vail's social media guy and courthouse regular. This time Lesh is on trial for a personal feud that turned to felony assault in 2023. He reportedly tackled and choked another man while snowmobiling north of Summit. Jury selection is today. Trial could begin tomorrow. Today, in part 2 of our special report, Housing Goes Cold, we learn how Frisco is rewriting a covenant that was decimated by the free market.
We should be prioritizing our longtime locals who have been members of this community so they can stay in their homes.
That was longtime Frisco local Alex Beach. He is an outspoken housing critic, and his biggest complaint is the covenant, laws that apply only to affordable housing.
In about 30 seconds, said, we're not going to go the waitlist route, didn't even discuss it, doubled down on a lottery, basically would not give any concessions or priority to longtime locals.
But this covenant review is not because of Beach. It's coming from affordable homeowners who already have what he wants and want more.
Mostly at the request of folks within the Peak 1 neighborhood.
That was town manager Tom Fisher. A decade ago, the average price there in Frisco was $827,000 for a home. Peak 1 was capped at half that or less.
There probably was some ability at the original time to step out of that housing.
Today, the average home in Frisco is selling for 180% more, but Peak 1 homeowners are capped at 3%.
The market has caused a situation that's just impossible.
The town manager and housing critic agree. The COVID real estate boom sabotaged the system, and it is still changing the face of Frisco, where market development is outpacing new affordable homes.
Right now, when that scrape happens, we know it's not being filled with full-time residents. And that's the hard part that we're constantly trying to keep in balance in the community.
Frisco officials are still reviewing the covenant, and Beach pledges to remind them of one core belief.
People should be able to live in their community and not just be a transient resident who comes in to serve some benefit and then leave.
Stay tuned for more in our special report, Housing Goes Cold. And in local sports, the defending state champion ski teams at Summit High, they were off to a hot start last week. On Friday, the boys' Nordic team won the season opener in Aspen, led by Carter Niemkiewicz and James Sowers. They went 1-2. The boys had 5 skiers in the top 10. The girls' Nordic team was second behind Lake County. Ella Hagen was third overall. On Thursday, Summit's Seth Montgomery dominated the Alpine opener at Copper, winning slalom by 9 seconds. The boys and the girls' teams both finished second behind Middle Park. Phil Lindemann, Krystal 93 News.